surprised at how much money it'll save you and what you can do with that money should you choose to invest it. But let me make sure it's live first. How am I, or why am I saying it that way? First, you can go right now to howtoachievewealth.com. That's our Facebook fan page, howtoachievewealth.com. It'll direct you there. Or you can go to Facebook and type in extra digit movement. I'm about to do it right now myself because I don't even want to miss this training I'm about to go. I don't want people to miss what I'm about to go over. And it won't take me long. Let me hit share, send it to my friends. How much money, I'm just going to shorten mine, did your money teacher have? Did your money teacher have? Now, here's what I mean by that. In this country, and we've been talking about this since last week, we did a whole series. Today is a bonus, and guess what? I'm going to do 3 more days after this one, right? I'm going to do 3 more days after this one. That start time on those is going to be 7 o'clock. Write that down. 7 o'clock Monday, 7 o'clock Tuesday, 7 o'clock Wednesday. I'm right here going over 3 more days other than this one. 7 p.m. Eastern Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Wednesday, right here, same Zoom, the password as well. Bring some people back with you. I want y'all to really think about this. Where are your thoughts about money actually coming from? Where did they derive, right? Money doesn't grow on trees. Actually, it does. It actually does, because it's an unlimited supply out there. And when our parents said money don't grow on trees, they were basically saying, you know, you got to be careful with your spending. We don't have all the money in the world, but you do have all the ideas in the world. You understand? All last week, if you go to extradigitmovement.com, when we hang up, extradigitmovement.com, click on replays, and you'll see all last week. So if you didn't know about this, don't worry. But those thoughts, you know, who do you think we are? The Rockefellers? Money don't grow on trees. Well, your ideas, though, are plentiful. And everything you see, from this laptop to your cell phone to this Zoom software to this speaker, right, was once a thought or once an idea. So last week I talked about the number one investment you can make is you. The number one thing to invest in is you. There's no such thing as a bad investment when you invested in you. But here's the problem. See, we've been taught, that's why I said, who was your money teacher? We've been taught that money is difficult. Money is hard, okay? We've been taught that money is complicated. We've been taught not to even think about it, just get it. We've been taught to save it instead of invest it. So when you really go back to who taught you about money and ask yourself how much money did they have, it's actually kind of scary depending on what situation you're in. That is by design, that the things that we went over the last 4 days and the things that I'm going over the next 4 days, that's right, I'll be here again. It's actually by design. See, if you think money's complicated, difficult, hard to understand, then we don't like things that are complicated, difficult, and hard to understand. So we run from it. When you understand that money's actually really easy, it boils down to terminology and perspective. That's it. The words that they use intimidate you. That's why a loan is subservient. I got to go in and guess what you got to do? Apply for a loan. That means you need something from somebody. That means they can say yes or they can say no. That means they have some power over you, and you pray that the loan application goes through so I can get a car, so I can go to school. The banks will always have the tallest buildings downtown to keep you in a subservient position where they are the big bad bank. When the truth is, from last week, the bank got your money. Let me just give you this real quick. You ever thought about this? The bank has your money. They lend it. All of us collectively. The bank don't have any money. The bank has our money when we make a deposit. So on their balance sheet, they got $10 billion of our money. The bank didn't come in the door with money. They got our money. Their job was to get a little bit of money from somewhere else, open a bank, and then get our money to make deposits. So you've been here 20 years, putting your money in this bank. And then when you need a loan, they can say no. It's a cold world. Everybody type in the comments, it's cold out here, okay? It's a cold world out here. I've been with y'all 20 years. I've been with y'all 10 years. Y'all made plenty of money off me. And when you need some, everything came back and, you like, what, you know what? They lending your money, but they won't lend you some money. It's a cold world. See, once you understand it, the world ain't as cold. It ain't cold no more. You can walk outside in Antarctica. You like, I understand how all this stuff works now. That's what tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern is gonna do for you. That's what tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern is gonna do for you. That's what the next day, 7 p.m. gonna do for you. All 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. That's what we're gonna do. Open your mind up. See, if money is easy to understand and simple to break down, and money flows, currency flows, money is real, currency flows. In other words, the only reason this money is valuable is because what? We said it was. You ever thought about that? In other words, it ain't nothing but paper with some presidents on it. It's just paper with some presidents on it. What I got? 10, 15, 35, $55. This is currency. This ain't money. So who taught you about money and how much money did they have? We learned about currency. All currency is some paper. You don't believe me? Rip these dollars up and give half of it to one cashier and half of it to another one. They're like, sir, I can't take that. It doesn't have value because nobody else will take your rip $50 bill, your rip $20 bill. Nobody will take it. The only reason somebody will take it is because it's valuable to somebody else. So we put a value on something. It could have been in stamps. It's print in prison. It's stamps. Hey, you know what, man? Why? Because on the outside, they 35 cents. But on the inside, you collect enough stamps. You can trade for cigarettes, right? Trade for food, commissary, honey buns. Brian, how you know? Well, I ain't been myself, but I heard from family members that in there, that's how it happened. So you make whatever you need to trade, you make that the currency. We show you how to get more currency so you can buy some money. Y'all thought money was hard. Money ain't hard. They want you to think it's hard. So all they do is fill you up with these codes. W-2, W-9, W-4, Form 1040, Schedule C, Schedule K, 501c, 403b, 401k. Y'all see how this works? All that's just tax codes. People say, I got a 401k. No, that's not an investment. That's a tax code. What's in your 401k is what you need to be watching carefully. That's not an investment. That's a tax code. See, when you understand, wait a minute, the bank borrows my money and lends it out. That's called arbitrage. It ain't hard. I need to do what they do and become my own bank and become the lender instead of the borrower. It ain't hard. But they got us thinking this stuff hard. And when something is hard, we go, man, I'll learn that one day. Man, I'll deal with that later. Man, one day somebody gonna make it easy. It is easy. That's why everybody getting some. They understand it. And they want you to not understand it. They want you to run from it and think it's hard. They want you to stop asking questions. They want you to fear investing. They want you to save the money. They want you to give it to them so they can invest it. They want you to work hard. Let me give you some advice, but I'm gonna show you something and get out of here. Wealth and work are not synonymous. I know plenty of people who work that are not wealthy. And I know plenty of people who are wealthy that don't work. When I learned that, I said, okay, that's true. Do y'all know, like the person on your job who make a lot of money, do you know you do way more work than him half the time? Y'all ever thought about that? Or her? Even like I work like crazy and this person make a ton of money. Work and wealth aren't synonymous. So when you understand that, you look at this money game totally different. Okay, so I got to get the right terminology and the right perspective. That's what I got to do. So we got this campaign in our organization, Extra Digit, called CIMP. Create, increase, multiply, and protect. Simplicity. Keep money simple. Keep money simple. So tonight, I'm going over the C. Tomorrow at 7 Eastern, I'm going to go over the I. The next day at 7 Eastern, I'm going to go over the M. And then I'm going to go over the P, which is protect. CIMP for the next 3 days after today. So let me show you guys how to create money. Everybody come off mute and say, create money. C, let's go.
Create money.
Money.
Money. This is something people don't understand. This is something people don't understand. But we're going to create it. This concept is called phantom money. Wealthy people earn what's called phantom money. Brown, what's phantom money? Phantom money is the money you earn between the lines on paper. It's not money that you earned by working. You actually have some phantom money that you can create, but you were taught to go work. Perspective, terminology, work versus wealth, right? Tax codes versus real education, formal education versus specialized education. See, I got a formal education as an English major at Morehouse College. I'm not knocking it, but it didn't make me a millionaire. I got a specialized education in not finance. I don't have a degree. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't sell you no insurance. I can't get you no, I can't open you no checking account. I can't do none of that. But I can educate you on how money works, and it made me worth 7 figures. Because I got a specialized knowledge in the money game from people who taught me. I wasn't born with it, and nobody in my family taught me. It's not a knock against them. They didn't know. Everybody type in the comments, and it's okay. Type that in the comments, and it's okay. Your grandma can't tell your mama what she didn't know. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. Ain't no guilt trip. I love my family. They put me in a position to win. And each of us is supposed to do better than the last generation. You understand? Each of us is supposed to do better than the last generation. CIMP. Everybody type that in the comments after it's okay. Type CIMP. Watch this. Let me show you something special. If I find my slide. Okay, hold on. All right. Here we go. I think I could have swore I had it. Okay, hold on. That's why y'all got so much to type. So I can fool around here and pull this up. Here we go. All right, I got it. So CIMP again stands for what? Create, increase, multiply, and protect. That's a formula that our organization, Extra Digit, uses to make sure you continue to ramp up your finances. Here is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know that the #1 asset you can own is a home-based business? Let me show you the power of this. Now, I talked about this on the last Blitz we did last week. And as I've told you guys, we're doing 3 more days after this, right? I talked about this. The #1 investment you can make is you, but the #1 asset you can own is a home-based business. Here's why. I'm gonna prove it to you with numbers. It's not emotions, it's numbers, and I'm gonna get out of here. Here's why. Nothing wrong with traditional business. I actually admire people who have a traditional business where they got a brick and mortar, they got a restaurant, they got a lawn care business, a barbershop, a nail salon, a massage parlor, whatever, a spa. I admire people who have a traditional business because they jumped out their own faith. They got a loan if necessary, where they put their own money in and they work hard and the doors are open. That by no means is easy, man. I applaud that. I'm just giving you an idea of what a home-based business can do for you too. See, I was talking to a young lady today over at Bean Acres, and she said, Brian, I already got a business, so why would I want to do what you're doing? I said, here's why. Let's say you own a nail salon or a barbershop, and we take a trip to, what was my last trip? Dubai. And we go to Dubai. Well, if we're not cutting hair in Dubai or doing somebody's hair, it's hard to get the deduction for the trip that we were going on vacation anyway. Brian, what you mean? Okay, let me break this down. You own a lawn care business. And I say, you know what? Let's go to South Africa. We go to South Africa. Well, if are we taking the tractor and the soil and the flowers with us? Then I can't write this trip off. You're limited in what you can deduct. And I had to open up a business in order to get those deductions. Everybody follow me? So I can't write off, Brian, I own a daycare. Okay, let's go to Egypt. I had the pleasure of going to Egypt last year. Let's go to Egypt. Are we taking all the babies with us? So that's not what's called reasonable and customary. So I can't bring no receipts back from my Egypt trip because I didn't take the kids, so I can't write it off and lower my taxes. What a home-based business does, the stuff that we would pack up anyway is going with us to Egypt. The laptop going to Egypt, my cell phone going to Egypt. This camera I'm talking to y'all on going to Egypt, my speaker going to Egypt, right? I said my cell phone going to Egypt, everything I'm taking going to Egypt because I'm gonna do some business while I'm in Egypt. This trip or portions of it now lower my taxes. We were going to Egypt anyway, but I can take my home-based business with me to Egypt. You can't take the lawn care business unless you're cutting trees down while you're out there. You can't take the nail salon with you unless you're doing nails while you're out there. You can't take the nursery with you. Are you taking the kids on a field trip? You understand what I'm saying? The home-based business is with you all the time. Woo! Everybody put this in the comments. It stays with me. It stays with me. So I can create some money. See, this simplicity campaign is no joke. It's over 100 people on here right now, right? Thousands of people will see this replay. Hundreds are on live right here, and y'all can pass the word. When you create money, you can make money between the lines, but you got to have a home-based business in addition to what you already doing to create money. It's called phantom money. All right, Brian, get to it. All right, let me get to it. I found the slide. Here we go. These are expenses that you already have. Now, again, I'm an English major. Please don't make me play with no real numbers. That's the reason I didn't go over to the other side, business and calculus and all that. So I got whole round numbers. This is just for an example. All my CPA buddies and all my enrolled agents and all y'all finance people, don't beat me up. We're just showing the average person what happens. And you can show your children this. Let's say your mortgage is $1,000, right? Okay. And the government says, well, you got a home-based business, so now you get some deductions. You already got the house. You already got these things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going all the way down. You got these 6 things, but the government says, why are you not using them? Why are you not using them? You got these 6 things. You got internet. You got cell phone, right? You got square footage in your house. Why are you not using it? Do y'all know, watching this Zoom, you actually getting penalized if you don't have one? That's the part that pisses me off. If you don't have a home-based business, you paying too much taxes. But again, in the replays last week, I beat that up pretty hard. So the government is saying, look, if you get a business and you work from home, that actually helps the economy. See, a lot of people don't know the role you play in the economy. If your business takes off and you started at home, but you end up going to get some real estate, leasing, you helped another business owner. You get some employees, you just help the economy, and they'll get their tax dollars because now you need 15 people from a home-based business. So the government wants you to actually get a business and start from home if you need to, so they can ramp up the economy with all these people that's got money circulating. That's why it's called currency. See, when you understand the role you play, you start learning how to play the role. When I walk away, that means I feel like I just nailed it. Okay, that's just a personal thing. No, when I walk away, that means I feel like I just came up with something. When you know the role you play, you know how to play the role. So you're like, wait a minute, they're gonna give me a tax deduction because they want me to stay in business. Because if I blow up, they make more money. So now you partner with the government. Okay, ain't gonna walk away. See, we got to partner with the government. And I mean that in quotes. Watch this. So the government says, for example, all right, your mortgage is $1,000. And you use the office, you use the theater, and you use the great room to have some meetings, right? Now I'm giving you my example. I got a theater I built upstairs. I got the great room here that I'm in. I can prove that I'm doing business. Why? I'm talking to y'all right now. I got my office around the corner, right? So 20% of my house in this example is $200. If the mortgage is $1,000, 20% of that is $200. Here comes the phantom money. Watch. So $200 a month times 12 is $2,400. So now I'm starting to tally up what the government's saying I can do. Because now I'm in partnership with y'all because I'm a business owner. If I don't have no business, I can't partner with y'all. All right, utilities. My utilities are $500 a month. Again, examples. They say, look, you can't use everything, but let's use 20%. So 20% of 500 is $100. Multiply that times 12, we're at 1,200. Now this bad boy's starting to add up. We got the 2,400 from the square footage. We got the 1,200 from the utilities that we paying anyway. All right, my cell phone bill is $100. Now let's say I got a separate phone that I only use business in this example. I'm writing off the whole 100 because that's my business phone. That's another 1,200 that I'm taking away from the government. I had a cell phone. I'm using it. So we ain't even gonna do no percentage. This phone is for that. Business miles. Now the government know good and well that you ain't driving every mile for business. You got to pick up the kids from school, right? You had to run some errands or whatever. It wasn't for business. So they got this little formula or whatever. So let's just say it's more than this now, but at the time that this sheet was created, I didn't feel like doing no math. You drove 10,000 miles business this year. The government says we'll give you 56 cents per mile. So you get 5,600 per year deducted from what you normally would give them. Brian, what you mean what I normally would give them? I'm gonna show you. It's called phantom money. It's called phantom money. So 56 cents a mile, 10,000 miles you drove is 5,600. You start adding this column up. Now, meals and entertainment, they know every meal you eat with no business. They already know that. You ain't got to lie about it. You know, sometimes you have fun, sometimes you did business. So of the 200 per month that you spend, we're going to take 50%, right? We're on lines 5. 50% of that is $100. Now, the internet, okay, I'm sorry, multiply that by 12. That's $1,200 a year on meals and entertainment. Now, the internet is $50. It's a home-based business. We're writing off the whole internet because, as y'all can see, we using the internet. Okay? I want y'all to type in the comments, I have and use all of this, right? Type that in the comments. I use all of this. All of y'all eat. All y'all got utilities. All y'all got a mortgage or rent. All y'all drive. All y'all got internet. You have or use all of this. Yes, you do. My question for y'all, man, I don't understand why this is so difficult to understand. If you got all of this, why don't you put a couple of $100 into business and now watch how much you save? Here's the only reason you wouldn't. Don't tell me you don't have it, because I promise you, if a loved one was in jail and you needed a couple of $100, y'all would come up with a couple of $100. So don't tell me you don't have it. Everybody got it. It depends on what you want to do with it and what you prioritize. Why wouldn't you let a couple of $100 bring you back a couple of thousand? There's only one reason, y'all. You don't understand. And the reason you don't understand goes back to my original topic. Who taught you about money and how much money did they have? I ain't giving up no couple $100, starting no home-based business. I ain't never been good at business. You ain't never had a mentor. First of all, you ain't never had a business. So how you know what you ain't good at? Second of all, you don't even know how simple it is. You know how simple the business is? You looking at the business. You introduce people to the power of a home-based business. I'm doing the hard part. My business partner's doing the hard part. You get on the Zoom and write. Everybody type in the comment, this is too easy. You get on the Zoom and write. That's your business, to learn and introduce it to people so they can learn. You get on the Zoom and write. You bring us the hard part, the heavy lifting, and then we start showing you how to ramp up, create, increase, multiply, protect. Now you start learning. The more you hang with us, the more you learn. It's simple. We got the hard part. More people keep joining the Zoom. The numbers have gone up since I've been talking. Several thousand people see the replay. It starts to mushroom. Now, this is the part you got to get. Line 7. Watch this. I'm going to add up all the annual totals here. So the total the government is letting you deduct is $12,000. Watch. This is important. This is important. This is the part people miss. The phantom money is about to appear. If I didn't have a business, the same $12,000 couldn't be subtracted. So it would be in my income. That means my income is $12,000 higher. That's phantom money. You don't have a business, so the stuff that you paying anyway cannot be subtracted from your earnings. The government won't let you do this if you don't have a business. So the 12 grand stayed in your earnings, so you getting taxed more. But because you got with us and opened a business, Brian, what's the business? You looking at it. Then now you can say, oh, I need my cell phone. I need my internet. I need my square footage. I need my laptop. Y'all see how it works? Watch. You got to get some phantom money, Clovell, I'm telling you. So watch this. If you didn't have a business, 24% and 6% state, 24% federal is 30%. Your taxes would be $3,600 more. Because you got to add lines. You got a total all of lines 1 through 6. That would have been in your account because you can't subtract it. You would have been taxed $3,600 more dollars. So a home-based business saved you $3,600 because you subtracted 24% federal and 6% state. That, ladies and gentlemen, is phantom money. Now, people saying, that ain't no money. Okay. You see, who taught you about money and how much money did they have? Now, I know that's no money, but that times 10 years, how long, that times the number of years you've been working is a lot of money. And I'm about to prove that to you before I go. That's a lot of money. People don't understand the future value of money. That's why you're looking at that number. $3,600 ain't no money. Okay, how long you been letting this slide again? I didn't think so. So let's get this phantom money. Watch. Now, in our business, we earn anywhere from $20 a day, $5 a day, all the way up to $1,000 a day, all the way up to $15,000 per day. So we have people that actually earn, $9,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 per month just by doing what you're looking at, meaning introducing people to our business, right? The person that introduced you tonight will show you how to earn residual income. Everybody type in the comments, let's get these residuals. I'm gonna show you tomorrow the power of residual income on the increase section. Let's get these residuals. Now, before I go, watch this. So let's say you are terrible at the business. You don't refer but a few people, maybe 3. You don't knock it out the park. You're not no big time person on the internet. You just for the whole year, you told 3 people for a whole year and 3 people said, all right, I like this. Watch. Your total earned income is $6,000. Because in our business, when you tell 3, you'll earn about $2,400 if nothing else. So Brian, where you get 6,000 from? Remember, your phantom money. You got 6,000, you got 3,600 in your pocket from the tax savings. That 3,600 would have been out your pocket if you didn't have the 12,000 to get rid of. That's hard for some of y'all to understand. But as you start making millions of dollars, you'll understand it big time. So we're just doing it small. You still got 2,400 in your pocket. I'm sorry, 3,600 in your pocket from paper. How much non-wage income are you earning? Paper money. Then, oh, but no, you've been taught you got to work hard. But then again, how much money did the person that taught you have? So you take the 36 from tax savings and the 24 from the referrals, 2,400, you got 6,000 extra dollars in your house. Before I go, what happens? Brian, what happens? All right, here's what happens. If you flip it, you would need $600,000 in the bank at 1% to bring the same 6,000. But see, you made yours for a couple of hundred. At 1%, to get $6,000 on your money, you need $600,000 at 1% will bring you the same thing I just showed you with your expenses and 3 referrals. All right, Brian, I got 3%. You know, I got a good mutual fund. I got a high yield savings. Okay, you need 200,000 in your high yield savings to get 3%. That's $6,000. Anybody got an extra 200, 600,000 laying around? You wouldn't be getting no 2% because you'll be smart. 3%, you'll be smarter than that. All right, Brian, I got a big time mutual fund, man. I'm turning on to something that y'all don't know nothing about at 6%. Okay, you need 100,000 to get 6,000. Anybody got extra? Most Americans, y'all on the Zoom might be big time, but most Americans don't have an extra $100,000 just laying around getting 6% that they don't need and don't touch. Or you can do what we just did for $249. So for a couple of $100, you can get the same $6,000 that 600,000 would take, 200,000 would take, 100,000 would take at different percentages, or you can just invest $249 and have the same $6,000 coming in. Brian, that ain't no money. All right, thank God I got 2 more clicks left, and I'm gonna show you what it adds up to. So it ain't no money. All right, let's look. Let's tell me it ain't no money. At the bottom here, at 8%, because the person that introduced you to the Zoom will show you how to become the bank. The person that introduced you to the Zoom will show you how we purchase land. Our rates of return are double digits, right? At 8%, 6,000 a year becomes 91,000 after 10 years. Oh, it ain't no money? See, it ain't no money if you're not putting it to work. It ain't no money if you still getting a refund. It ain't no money if you still loaning your money to the government. No, it ain't no money. But it's a lot of money when you do it for 10 years and you got it working to get 91,000. And guess what it is at 20 years? Oh, about $300,000. After 20 years, you have about $300,000. Yeah. But that little 2,400 by referring 3 people, and that 3,600 by cell phone bill, internet bill, cable bill, you know what I'm saying? Utilities, square footage. Oh, that's 6,000 per year. When you get returns, and that's a conservative 8% I just gave you. You don't want to know what some of us make on our money because of our experts who do all this work on your behalf. So listen, man, I hope y'all understand the number one thing you need is a home-based business. And we got one for $249 where we do all the heavy lifting. The experts do all the work. The experts help you with your credit. The experts help you with your debt. The experts get your taxes down. The experts show you how to invest. The expert, all you need is a team of people like LeBron James, and you can make LeBron James money. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Tonight was the C, how to create money. Tomorrow, I'm gonna show you how to increase it. The next day, we're gonna multiply it. And the final day, we're gonna protect it. And we're gonna show you the simplicity of wealth. You're the person that invited you guys, get your 249 going, and let's show you how to make it several thousand. God bless you guys. Have a good night.